Hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady, and welcome to my third day of First Communion tutorial. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a DL size card with beautiful foam flowers and also matching box. If you like making First Communion cards, I've got White Elegance digital collection for you. And if you like it, I left all the links in the description down below to buy me a coffee website. However, if you want to take part in my giveaway and get this collection for free, all the rules are in the description down below. As I told you, today we're going to create a DL size card. So I've got the card blank. It is time to fold it in half and then use my bone folder to actually create that line. When this is ready, then you have to decide how do you want to decorate your First Communion card. When I was in Poland, I got really nice textured card. I absolutely love it. It is super subtle but beautiful. So I thought I'm going to use it. So I'm going to create two panels that are slightly smaller than my card blank. And to add even more interest to my card, I'm going to use gold POSCA pen to add that shine. And I think this is just brilliant. And I do encourage you to use whatever is in your stash to add that color on the edges. And this way, when you create another panel using any design papers from your stash, everyone will think that you had a gold textured card. How cool is that, right? How often do you use acrylic markers for your card making? If you haven't tried that yet, I really hope you'll give it a go. I'm pretty sure you do have some absolutely amazing markers in your stash. If not acrylic or paint markers, you can have some alcohol markers, and these will work as well. However, the gold one picks up the texture beautifully. So I'm going to repeat the process with the smaller panel. And when these are ready, I'm going to put them to the side to dry for about 1 or 2 minutes. I really want to make sure everything is dry before I move on to the next step. So now decisions. Which collection you're going to use to decorate your card? So I had a look at my stash, and at this point I decided to use one from Laserowe Love. It is a Polish brand, and as you can see, you also have some sentiments both in Polish and English. And I have to say, the color palette in this collection is just amazing. However, I've got really bad news for you. Recently, Laserowe Love closed their shop, which is a massive shame because the quality of the paper is simply amazing. And you can make boxes and use that design paper, or actually card, for lots of different mixed media projects as well. So now it is time to choose some sentiments. As you can see, there are both in Polish and English, which I think is really cool. So, I need to create some panels. I decided to use that beautiful lace corner. I think it is just gorgeous. And then that beautiful design. I think they will work so well together. So now I've got my two bigger panels ready, and I'm going to use my liquid glue to assemble them together because I will have time to maneuver the elements. So as you can see, this is my third video in this series. I'm going to have 10 in total, and if you'd like to get my White Elegance collection, as I told you, the rules and the description down below. So the way it's going to work, I really want you to be a visible subscriber to my channel. I want you to like and comment on all 10 First Communion videos in this series. I also want you to watch any other 5 videos on my channel and comment under them. Then I want you to download any free projects from Buy Me a Coffee website. And this way, I'm going to have your email address. The next rule is I want you to leave the name of the free project under the 10th video in First Communion series. When this is ready, then the deadline is the 10th of May. So you still have plenty of time to do it. And if you like my digital collection and if you want to get it for free, all the rules and the description down below. And I do think it is worth it. So now, as you can see, I decided to add some dimension to the front panel. So I'm going to use double-sided foam adhesive. And it's always a good idea to add a few drops of liquid glue. If you want to job. If you want to make your job easier, you can use a pokey tool to peel off the backing, and that will be perfectly fine. However, at this point I thought, no, I'm just going to use my fingernails. So when this is ready, now I'm going to add some more liquid glue on top and then place it on my cut. And as you can see, this already looks really cool. But at this point I thought I really want to add more interest. So as you know, I use my scraps piece of card, so I die cut that ribbon. I thought that would be just perfect, but in the end, I actually cover it with some other elements, but I still like it. So now I'm going to place that element at the front of the card, and when this is ready, I'm going to choose some of the elements already die cut. So as you can see, I really like to die cut some small elements. I usually have quite a lot of white card left over after creating lots of projects, so I thought this is the way to do it. So usually when I don't make cards, I either make some flowers or small images, I color them and fussy cut, or actually I die cut elements like this. And I think this is perfect because then if you want to create a very quick card, you have all the elements ready. And it's a really good idea to actually mix and match white card with some pearlescent card. This die cut actually comes from a Polish brand. I really like it and I thought this one will be just perfect for First Communion. If you'd like to check all the products I use in today's video, check the description down below. And I really like to use some leftovers. In this case, I've got a small piece of gold card from Crafter's Companion. I'm going to use my pencil to draw around, then cut it and then adhere it on my element. I think that just works perfectly fine. So someone will think that I actually used the entire piece inside, and I didn't, which I think is really cool. And as I told you, the Polish brand Laserowe Love literally just closed their shop, which is a massive shame because all the designs they had are absolutely fabulous. So I cannot link that collection. However, I do have quite a lot because when they had sale, I really made the most of it. I bought as much card as I could. Actually, all the collections. So we might see more videos with Laserowe Love or Lexi design beautiful collections later on. So as you can see, that element works so well in the middle of my card, but I thought it looks very empty. So what I'm going to do first to add a name of the recipient. So I use my Canva and then I designed lots of names for the recipients and I printed them on the card. Then I fussy cut it. Now it is time to add some gold card, actually gold paint on a scrap piece of card, the textured one, so all the elements are going to match beautifully. When this is ready, I'm going to adhere it on it and then add it at the top of the card. And as I told you, it looks very empty at the moment. So I had a look at my stash, and as I told you, sometimes when I don't make cards, I actually make some flowers. So I created some beautiful gold, actually yellow foam flowers. I really like them and I thought they will just match that gold here beautifully. Here, as you can see, I'm cutting a sentiment and it actually comes from the same collection with the design papers. So here are all the flowers. Now it will be time to use a hot glue gun. And whenever you use it, I really recommend that you're super careful because it is extremely hot and I don't want you to burn your fingers. When I'm very happy with the placement of all the flowers, I'm going to adhere them on the card. And again, I thought something is missing, so I really want to add couple of leaves. I think that will really make a difference, especially with the green around the host. So here I've got some green die cut leaves, but I decided to add even more interest to them using a small ink blending tool and my ink pad. I'm going to apply the color only on the edges of those leaves. And it might not look like a lot, but in real life, it really makes a difference. So as you can see, I created quite a lot of them. And now it will be time to put them on the card. Literally a tiny amount of glue is really helpful. Here, you don't really need much, and this is crucial. So, in the end, that card will be completed very quickly. So, I do recommend if you have any spare time, create some die cuts, create some beautiful flowers, or color in the stamped images and fussy cut them. And they will be ready for your quick, amazing projects. How often do you or create your foam flowers? And do you like to make them? To be honest, when I started, I was very scared. And a friend of mine, Monica, Paper Mona, really convinced me to try it. And to be honest, since then, I'm totally addicted to creating those flowers. They are so gorgeous in real life. So, if you've never ever created foam flowers or foamiran flowers, don't be afraid. They are super easy to create and you can achieve that 3D look in no time. So when I'm happy with all the leaves here, all we have to do is to add sentiments. And if you want, you can use some foam flowers for extra dimension, or you can adhere them flat. The choice is absolutely yours. With some of the leaves here, as you can see, there are a little bit off the card. So I thought to make sure that it will fit, I'm not going to put it in the envelope because this way all the flowers will be squashed. So I came up with a decision and I decided to make a matching box. So you can always do it. And my trick here is to measure the card, then add 2.5 centimeter on each side. So basically, if the card measures like 10 centimeters across, I'm going to do 10 and a half and then add 5 centimeters. So that'll be 15 and a half. And now it will be time to add the pearls, but you will see that later on. So let's create the box. I've got my scoring board, and this one is actually 16 centimeters by whatever that was, 20, I don't know, 9, let's say. And here I'm doing 2.5 centimeter on each side. It is very crucial you've got the even space here. If it is the same, that will be just perfect. So we have to create the lid and the base for the box. So basically, that panel is exactly the same size. And with that scoring board, making boxes, it's so easy because you can actually see where the box lid is and where is the box base. And this is very crucial. The measurements are slightly different, but that would really makes a difference. Now it is time to cut some notches, and when they are ready, we're going to fold and burnish all those core lines. How often do you create matching boxes for your projects? I don't do it very often, but I really think they are absolutely amazing, and they really add that extra touch to our handmade cards. If you agree with me, please let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget about my giveaway and the 10 video series about First Communion. So, if you like my collection, White Elegance, please check all the rules in the description down below. And don't forget that the deadline is the 10th of May 2024. So, let's check if our card fits in the box. And it does, so now I can assemble it. And as you know me, I absolutely love to use my liquid glue, so I'm going to do it here and then put those notches here. When they are ready, you have to make sure they are completely set before you move on to the next step. And that is the box base. So, for the lid, I really wanted to make sure that it will match the cut inside. So, what you can do, you can create all the panels as well. And that's what I'm going to do here. But before I put them on my box lid, I'm going to cut the notches and use my scoring tool to fold and burnish all those score lines. And this is the way to do it. Because if you assemble the lid first, then it will be very tricky to put the panels on your project. So, put it when it is flat. So as you can see, it is super easy. I absolutely love making boxes. I think the possibilities are endless. If you've seen my Christmas or Easter series, you know how much I love making boxes. So now it is time to create those panels, and I'm going to have one big one for the lid, and then also two longer ones for the sides and two shorter ones. Now I added a color, exactly the same gold, and then I used the same beautiful collection from Laserowe Love, and I added those strips here. Super quick and simple. And because we've got that magic of editing, all the elements are adhered now, so we can put them on the lid, which is super easy. I do recommend to use liquid glue for that step, because if you make a mistake, it will be very tricky to move around the elements. But if you use the liquid glue, you still have time to maneuver them. And when they are ready, we're going to put those flaps together and the lid will be completed. I know that sometimes people like to put 3D flowers on top of the lid of the cards, but I think it's not a good idea because very often it is very difficult to store those projects. So I really like to keep it flat, and then it will be just perfect. If you want, you can also add a message on the lid, and that will be perfectly fine. And I do recommend to make sure all those panels will be set before you move them around together with the card. And as I told you, I've got 10-day video series about First Communion. So tomorrow I'm going to have another video. So if you haven't watched the previous videos, I really hope you will check them out, especially if you want to get my new collection for free. The card is complete, there is plenty of space to write your message, and it stands proudly on a flat surface. So, if you like it, please let me know in the comments down below. I also wonder, how often do you create DL size cards? Have a look at your stash, because I'm pretty sure you can use whatever you've got to create stunning projects. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and see you in my tomorrow's video. Bye for now!